Hey, Jessica.
So today we're going to be talking about IP Fax and HIPAA compliance, a critical topic for anyone in the healthcare space. To start, Eleanor, can you please explain the relationship between fax and HIPAA?
Sure. So for healthcare organizations, obviously HIPAA is a top concern. And because fax is so often used in healthcare settings to transfer patient health information, you really have to be careful that the technologies you're using aren't introducing any factors that could compromise your compliance with HIPAA. For example, if data is being stored in fax transmission, you'll need to make sure that you have the necessary measures in place so your compliance with HIPAA requirements aren't compromised.
On an earlier video, we discussed the different types of IP fax and how those different approaches to fax work. Taking it a level deeper, how does HIPAA compliance differ when it comes to store and forward versus real-time fax?
Great question. So both store and forward and real-time fax can be HIPAA compliant. But what you'll realize as you dig into it is that their methods of achieving that HIPAA compliant status are different. So store and forward does introduce an intermediary into the fax transmission path. So the data that you're sending is stored at a third-party data center for some period of time during the transmission process. From a HIPAA perspective, the fax provider does need to sign a business associates agreement in order for your organization to comply with HIPAA requirements. Real-time fax differs here because the data is never at rest. Essentially, the real-time fax transmission is just a pipe that delivers the information. So data delivered by real-time IP fax qualifies for HIPAA's conduit exception, which means no additional agreements are required for the vendor and the healthcare provider to sign. This can make it significantly easier and more cost-effective to get your IP fax solution up and running and implemented in your organization.
So HIPAA is all about protecting patient data and privacy. What's the most effective measure for keeping patient health information secure with fax?
So healthcare organizations should layer encryption over their IP fax solution to provide an additional level of data security as required by HIPAA. Here, what you'll want to look for is encryption that protects data and transmission, and an encryption standard that's robust and extremely difficult to penetrate, like AES.
That's interesting. Well, thanks for talking through that with us, Eleanor, and thank you for tuning in. If you've got any questions, feel free to look at our next video or go onto our website, cloudli.com, and fill out that form to get yourself up and running with a free 30-day trial. Thanks.